If you've seen the videos, then you'll kind of know how instrumental my daughter has been in the channelings about what we can do to really help the earth right now. And so much has happened since my original chat with Simon on the sofa that I felt it was important to do a video log talking about all the things that have happened. On Mother's Day, I was doing a tarot diploma, and I had a student on there that I'd never met before. She looked really distracted all the way through the day and sent me an email the next day saying, "I'm sorry, I was so distracted. I had spirit with me all day and I think it was for you. And I had a little baby girl and I felt that she connects with you in your dreams," which she has been doing massively. And she said, "I'm sorry I didn't tell you yesterday, but the emotion was so much." She said, I just couldn't articulate. But there was a reason why she hadn't told me that day. Because that night, the night after the course, I had a dream. And in that dream, there was this musical toy with my initials on, TR. My initials used to be TR when I had Lauren. Lauren is LR. I was Tiffany Ronald and she was Lauren Ronald. And so, in this dream, I came across this music box with my initials on. And I really felt like there was some feminine spirit behind it trying to give me a message. So when I got to this musical toy, the lid came off and it started to turn round and basically play Try by Nelly Furtado. And so basically what happened was I woke up from that dream thinking, what was that about? And then I received this lady's email just confirming that Lauren is around and that she has been connecting with me in my dreams. So I thought, okay, I'm going to look up the lyrics to Nelly Furtado's Try. And here they are. I'm not going to sing them to you because I'm not a very good singer. I'll spare you, but I am going to read them to you. Bear with me. So all I know is everything is not as it's sold, but the more I grow, the less I know. And I have lived so many lives, though I'm not old. And the more I see, the less I grow. The fewer the seeds, the more I sow. Then I see you standing there, wanting more from me, and all I can do is try. I wish I hadn't seen all of the realness, and all of the real people are really not real at all. The more I learn, the more I cry, as I say goodbye to the way of life I thought I had decided for me. Then I see you standing there, wanting more from me, and all I can do is try. All of the moments that have already passed, we try to go back and make them last. All of the things we want each other to be, we never will be. And that's wonderful. And that's life. And that's you, baby. And that's me, baby. This is me, baby. We are free in our love. We are free in our love. And those lyrics, when I read them, well, they really, they really packed a punch in the most amazing of ways. You see, Lauren, in case you haven't seen the talks, was a baby. And she did have her life decided for her. Weeks later, my friend Karen came to stay. And my friend Karen was very much part of my life when Lauren was around. So I was in this very garden that you might be able to see. Yep, I was in this very garden with Karen, telling her about everything that had happened. And when we got up to go, there was a single pink carnation at the back of our heads because we'd been lying on the grass. There was one above her head and there was one above my head. And if you've seen the Simon on the Sofa videos, you'll see that the pink carnations are Lauren's flower. So there was no other pink carnations around, just these two, and right above our heads, one each. Sorry, we've got a helicopter going overhead at the moment. The latest event, really, was a dream I had. I dreamt that I had a tortoise, a pet tortoise, and I took it on a train. And this train was going through France and through to Egypt. I was really stressed that I had this tortoise with me because I felt like it was really not fair on the poor thing that it was on this train with me. I felt like it should be in a nice garden like the one I'm in now, eating lots of lovely grass. I got off the train because I was worried about it, and I ended up in this bar. Tortoise's shell had somehow become broken and it was dying. Trying to save this tortoise by giving it water, but it wasn't working. It didn't work, and the tortoise found a little bit of grass in the bar and it crawled into it to die, and as it did so, yep, it turned into a little pink flower. And this also was resonant of Lauren for me, because if you've seen the simononthesofa.com videos, then you will know that when Lauren died, for quite some time I had reoccurring nightmares about her death, and how that affected me in terms of I felt a lot of guilt in the dreams about this. I woke up from this dream quite disturbed, if I'm honest, and a couple of days later I was doing a Reiki class and the lady said, I had a very strange time on the way here. I said, really? She said, yeah. She said this man on the bus had this polystyrene box and there was this scratching noise going on in the box, and he kept tapping it as if to try and shush it. And I said to him, well, what have you got in the box? And instead of telling me, he opened the box up and there was this tortoise, and he got the tortoise out and he was putting it on the floor of the bus, and it was like looking a bit stressed at first, but then it started to crawl around. And I said, well, that is odd, because I then told her about my dream, and she didn't believe me at first. She thought I was joking with her. And then another person in the class turned around and said, well, tortoise is very much linked to the world. I said, is it? And he said, yes, it's in some old traditions the world is held by a tortoise. And someone else said, yes, tortoise is very, very ancient. It's one of the most ancient things on the planet. It's almost like the dinosaur that's left over, and it's an old ancient symbol for healing as well. Oh, this didn't surprise me. It was just all confirmation to me that Lauren and what's coming through about the world and the need for healing right now is inextricably linked.